Welcome back to NewsMax Now, and here's today's Max to Life update. A mother and father from Silver Spring, Maryland are in the news again, John. They have been accused of neglect for allowing their 6 and 10-year-old children to walk home alone from a park. They did it once, now they've done it again, and apparently haven't changed their so-called free-range parenting style. But over the weekend, while walking home from the park, the children were taken into custody, police custody, and held for hours by police and Child Protective Services. And a post on her Facebook page, the free-range mom says, quote, "The police coerced our children into the back of a patrol car, telling them they would drive them home." She spoke further with WJLA in Baltimore.
I had a nightmare about this, that CPS would pick up my kids and not bring them home. It never occurred to me that that could really happen. I'm still not worried about strangers. It's this CPS and the police that I'm worried about now.
The children are currently back with their parents, so leaving everyone wondering, is it right, wrong? Let your kids walk? I don't know, 6 and 10, I think about walking home from school. I think it took us about 15, 20 minutes, and I was in first grade kindergarten doing it.
I remember when I was in kindergarten, I used to ride my bike to school, and it was a pretty long way. I mean, I think we definitely live in a different world now today where there seems to be a lot more danger for kids out there, even though violent crime has fallen, according to the FBI.
You have your daughter right now is in kindergarten, right?
She's 3 years old.
3 years old, preschool.
So she's not walking for 15 minutes.
Yet.
But I kind of empathize with these parents, and I don't think it's for other parents to really, they called the police and do some interviews with Child Protective Services, talk to family members. I mean, find out what's going on. If the grades are good, the kids don't complain of abuse, there's no bruises on these kids, they look well fed to me. Let the parents parent how they want to parent. All right, now we're going to move on to another story now. A happy ending for a teen who spent 16 years in foster care. Davian only thought he was going to be too old to be adopted as he was bounced from one foster home to the next. Last year, he only went to a church in St. Petersburg, Florida. Only went to a church in St. Petersburg to make a plea for someone to adopt him. Now, over a year later, only reached out to Connie Going, a social worker and mother of 3 who'd worked with Davian since he was only 7. Davian had asked Going many times if she would adopt him, and this time she finally said yes. Good stuff. The only moved on with the adoption that's set to take place, I believe, on April 22nd.
Congratulations to both of them. I heard an interview with the mother, and she said she just knew he was her son. It was very touching.
Adoption's a very special issue. Now, I'm sure many of you have seen this viral meme of a young kid pumping his fist. It's been circulated a lot on the internet, many of these posters. You gotta love this kid. Well, he's now looking for help himself. He's 8 years old now. His name is Sammy Greiner, and he's trying to help his father get a kidney after his dad was diagnosed with kidney disease and suffered complete failure 3 years ago. Sammy and his mother started a GoFundMe account. Their goal raised $75,000 to cover the medical expenses that go along with a kidney transplant. So far, they've raised over $95,497. We know it's above that now. That was a screen grab we got a little while ago. Good stuff there.
Yeah, wonderful news. Do you know when Cheryl's birthday is? That's the question that has the internet buzzing, trying to figure out this brain buster. Some say it's the math version of the, quote, "what color is it dress?" Remember that one? Yeah. That went viral months back. Well, this has gone beyond the social media community. And even college professors have taken the internet to explain how to solve this math problem. This brings back nightmares from when I was in school. I was told if you're a journalism student, stay away from certain math classes. This is probably beyond me.
I was very fortunate. All I had to take in college was statistics, and it's one of the reasons why I decided to pursue this career in journalism.
Should we tell people what the answer is?
If you want to.
Should we spoil it? Make them turn it? Okay, the answer is July 16th. There you go.
The more important question is, who is Cheryl? This is what we were talking about before. Also, coming up here, we're going to take a look at what's coming up next here on Midpoint, how Hillary, Chris, and Marco are on a first-name basis now, and the rest of the country are going to keep America from being incredibly bored and tuning them out come Election Day. Are you bored yet? It's only been a couple weeks. How can law enforcement also ever hope to be trusted again if they sell badges and then cover up the volunteer training? 8 years after the slaughter at Virginia Tech, also, are college campuses any safer? And telling it like it is has your response to the simple question about the fate of Yohar Tsarnaev. Could you pull the switch? All that coming up on Midpoint. John Bachman, Miranda Kahn, thanks so much for tuning in today. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. Have a great day.